Hello, guys. Welcome to the Other Voice. This is your host, Frank. This is a video actually by Tisha Z, and I really enjoyed it. So let us try and look deep into the video, all right, and see what's all about. Okay. Uh,
Did y'all see that news story going on up in Virginia where hundreds of parents have been turning over their children to the state? Yeah, they calling it voluntary termination of parental rights. And parents just been going and surrendering their children, saying that basically it's for the safety, for their safety, and the safety of the other children in the household.
Drink the coffee, it'll make you feel better.
Parents giving up their kids because they have behavioral issues that they cannot manage. That's insane.
It's crazy how growing up in the 80s, our parents didn't have that option. Our parents didn't have that option, especially in the black community. There was nowhere for us to take and say, hey, we just gonna turn our kids over to the states because we can't handle them and we fear for safety of the other children. Did we have disciplinary issues? Yes, we did. We were not perfect children. But to rise to the level where these parents are feeling like they got to turn their kids over to the state, I'm going to say this, and I know some people, a lot of y'all going to be sitting up there pissed off, but I'm going to go ahead on and tell you what I've observed over the years. A lot of parents grew their children, but they didn't raise them.
Okay.
They grew their children under their roof. They made sure that they had a roof over their head. They made sure that they ate. They made sure they had clothes. They made sure that they went to school, but they didn't raise them with manners, with guidance. They didn't take the time out during the children's most formative years and discipline them. And discipline is not always hitting on somebody. They didn't show them, they didn't give them consequences to their actions. A lot of that stuff that they those kids was doing when they was little, they thought it was cute. They never came in and intervened and said, hey, don't do that. Whenever somebody else was saying something, they wanted to be like, I'm not talking to that. You can't say nothing to these children. You as somebody, as a bystander, you can't come in and give the parents no guidance. You can't say nothing to them. And now it has risen to the level where for so long that they were not teaching these children values, right from wrong, wasn't sitting down with them and made sure that they knew basic life skills.
all right, guys. Sorry, I have to pause the video here. Um, I know this is kind of like a little bit shocking. Uh, I'm an African. I'm an African man, right? And seeing what's happening in the U.S. right now is something that I is beyond my understanding. But anyway, what I have to say is that from the society that they have created, right? I'm saying this for my brothers and sisters and African brothers and sisters in America. I know they are facing this problem. Now, the issue is that the base of the family has been destroyed. Most of the times, when the parent, in particular, the father, is out of the home, this is the inevitable consequence of what is going to happen to the family, to the children in particular. I'm saying this because I've heard a lot of stories how children are going wayward out there, and the simple solution is that bring the fathers back home and give the fathers the right or their due position. When a mother cannot respect her husband, even when they are together, the kids will obviously copy that. When a woman is capable of kicking her husband out of the home, the kids see that and they think is the right thing. And believe you me, the only disciplinarian in the home, in general, I'm saying this in general, the only disciplinarian in the home, we all know that, is the father. It's like running a society, or let's say like the American society running, or maybe the American city running without the police officers. Imagine, imagine what is going to happen. We might feel that people might feel that they are safe, even without the police officer. Who cares? But when the police officers are taken off the street, imagine what is going to happen. It's going to be chaos. Believe me, it's going to be chaos. And who best is there to enforce the law? It's the police officers. And at home, we have the fathers. And the funny thing is that the people who are always in the position of enforcing laws, yeah, they have their exaggerations, yes, but most of the times people hate them. Children really don't really too like them that much, right? Be it let's say in the aspect of the society, people don't really like, you say you just love police officers, like maybe you love your bankers, or maybe you love those who sell food on the street or something. You don't really like them. That when you see them around, you know that okay, maybe there is something up, or something is wrong somewhere, right? Because they are always trying to fish out, you know, those little errors. Same as the parents at home. Kids usually see the parents as if the fathers as if they are very stained, they are very hard, you know, and they feel more comfortable, relaxed with the mom. They tend to love the mom and whatever. But this is the end result. If those fathers are not there, this is the end result. The society is going to collapse. Honestly speaking, the society is going to collapse as we know it. It's going to collapse.
How to tie their shoe, how to put their clothes on properly, how to brush their teeth. The number of times I done been out in public and I done seen parents sitting down, doing their thing, eating, drinking, coffee, doing whatever, and their children are over there doing for themselves, especially at buffet, baby. One thing about this, why I don't do buffets. I don't eat buffets. But a lot of parents were not actively involved in these children's lives in their formative years. And now that they are older, they don't have no concept of right and wrong. They have no level of self-accountability, right? Because you just grew them up. You just let them, grow, but you wasn't teaching them and instilling no values in them.
Mm-hmm.
And if I hear one more parent talking about the influence, baby, shouldn't nobody have no more influence over your child than you.
Oh, she's brewing right now. She really is.
Jeez.
All this makes sense to me. All this makes sense. We can't keep pretending that the state of children, the state of students in schools, the state of families right now is in a good place.
It's not.
It's not. It's really not. And for parents to be able to give up kids that they raised because that child has behavioral issues,
It's sad.
that in itself seems like some type of a privilege, right? It's a privilege to be able to say, let me hand off to somebody else what I helped create.
You hear me? Should nobody have no more influence over your child than you? And if somebody else outside of your household has more influence over your child than you, then that when it takes time for you to self-reflect, you need to go look in the mirror and have a conversation with yourself to see, hey, what is it that I'm doing that is making my child desire to be influenced by someone else? And a lot of times, in some cases, someone else influencing your child outside the household isn't a bad thing. It's not. I influence people. I remember growing up, my doggone niece said, I want to be like Auntie. Okay. Because one thing she know about Auntie, I'm going to go get her. I'm going to go out here and I'm going to take care of myself. I'm going to get this money. I'm going to be buying some property. I'm going to be doing something to better myself at all times. And those are the things that she took from me. Those are the things that she took from me. She saw the situation that she was in, and she looked at me and she said, shit, when I grow up, I want to be able to. She just bought her first house, 22 years old, 23 years old, bought her first house. Now she on her way to getting a degree. Very career-oriented, very bright.
Congratulations there, Auntie. But, you know, we also need to encourage her with, don't forget to learn how to be a wife.
Put that coffee down.
I know you hate me. Chisha, why can't you just... You have to... Yes, I do. Yes. But you don't know. Maybe she doesn't want to get married. Okay, if she doesn't, cool. But chances are she does. Career-focused, a home, okay? Not always an amazing investment. Listen, this is all out of love. I like what she's saying. I love that she's a great influence to her niece. This is amazing.
But the issue there, Tisha, is the man in the society. The role of the man has been so, how can I say, has been so trampled on, such that the women don't see the value of having a man around. Let's say that young girl, the niece, like kind of grows up, acquiring stuff and whatsoever, and at the end of the day decided, okay, I'm not going to like get married. I'm going to have a child by myself, raise the child by myself because I have all that it takes to raise the child. What do we really think is going to happen? That child will never, I would not really say never, but that child will not have all the advantages that it would take to be that person that the society is actually expecting he or she to be, because it takes the combination of a mom and dad. Because right here, what she's pouring out is fact, but the solution is the dads that are supposed to go back home, that are supposed to be welcomed by their wives, cherished by their wives, and give them the room to instill discipline. A woman can only go to an extent, in giving discipline to a child. She will definitely at some point, try to, bring the child close to her and want to pamper the child and thinking that love is going to solve everything. No. Love cannot solve everything. That's why there are rules in the society. That's why people are being jailed. People are being given sanctions. Disciplinary actions are strictly being enforced in the society in order to keep the society sane. So I think we just have to go back to the drawing board at this point, right? Let every unit, let every basic block of the society, which is the family, be put together the way it's supposed to be. I really like this lady, coming out cleanly and trying to make the society be aware of such ill. I know people are all seeing it all around, but where is the solution? The government is taking away the dads out of the home. I think it's time for the mothers to get up and say, hey, where are the dads? Right? Because they are the law enforcement in the family. I remember when I was too young, doing something wrong, even when dad is not around, and your mom just had to tell you, I'll make sure dad knows this when he comes back. It puts you on check. No matter who you are, it puts you on check. You know when dad comes back from work, you will receive the due discipline, right? So I really encourage every family, please let's bring the dads home and give them a room to exercise their duties, right? Exercise their duties. Okay, guys, I'm going to end this video here. It's a very short one for me. All right, I really appreciate my brother Tisha Z, and I hope I see you guys in the next video. All right, out. I'm out. Take care. Bye.